Hi everyone, Aldbar here. This is my solo walkthrough and guide to the level 5 heroic quest, The Endless Revels, on the Elite difficulty. Enjoy. This quest is the first quest in the first Feywild quest chain.
This soaring structure is Windwood Hall, the home of Lord Arden and the local center of the summer court.
If you look ahead, you can see this castle, and that's where we're heading.
The party here is in full swing, and Cascading Springs Cottage is clearly the worse for wear for it. A harried housemaid waits on the raucous satyrs. The maid tells you why the satyrs refuse to leave. Lord Arden promised them that they could stay at Cascading Springs Cottage until their revels were over. And the satyrs have no intention of ending their party.
The objective of this quest is to get rid of the satyrs, who decided to move in and don't want to get out. For buffs and stuff, I recommend using acid resistance because of the pixies. Probably having shield is good against magic missile, and electricity resistance. Also, you can go left or right. I recommend starting this quest going right. There are a lot of randomized elements in this quest. Different monsters spawn or don't spawn at different places. And the collectibles are also randomized, so keep your eye out for collectibles who might show up or might not show up. Here I'm getting doused with pixie dust. If I get hit too many times, I'll probably fall asleep.
The gardener says he left some magic seeds inside the conservatory, seeds that instantly grow into giant, sprawling weeds. The cook tells you that Lord Arden hid the key to the spring house. That way the satyrs wouldn't find his flash boom powder. She has no idea where the key is now.
The cook just told us about a key. This key can spawn in a random location. Sometimes it's in one of the rooms or even in a hallway.
A satyr calls to you as you enter the courtyard.
Hello there. Welcome to our revels. There's food in the kitchen and drink, well, everywhere, including the floor, I see. Make yourself at home, and don't forget to pour one out for our dear host, to Lord Arden. May his slumbers be peaceful.
This chest is locked, so you need to pick or knock.
The lush collection of potted plants suggests that this room is the conservatory. A note next to the sack of seeds reads, "Slakeweed. Keep away from sunlight and damp soil."
Well, we've got the seeds. All we need is someplace to plant them.
You drop a few of the magic seeds on the ground. Huge weeds burst from the earth, and the thirsty plants quickly drain the moisture from the surrounding soil.
This room was a possible location for finding the key. It also can be hiding in one of the hallways over here. Coming up over here, we have an intersection that will lead us to two different options. We can choose between talking to the Minstrel or defeating the Displacer Beast. And you're going to have to choose one of the two. You can't do both. So to avoid making that decision, I'm holding back over here and trying to fight these pixies out in the hallway, and I'll explain in a minute the choice you make. Now I'm already on an objective to talk to all the guests. Now you can see over here this says the music room. This room doesn't say anything, and that's where the Displacer Beast is located. If I approach the room where the Displacer Beast is, we'll activate that objective, and then this room will become empty.
A group of partygoers dance and sway to a tune played by a very weary-looking minstrel. Your attempt to sway the partygoers fails. They rush to attack.
Intimidate or haggle scares them out, and perform puts them to sleep. If you succeed, you get more XP, but if you fight them, you'll get in a chest. Since we chose to go to the Minstrel, this room will no longer have the Displacer Beast in it. I'll be showing a clip at the end of this video where I fight the Displacer Beast.
This large key is labeled Spring House. It seems someone was trying to hide it. It's surprising to find a large, well-stocked library in a house given over to an endless party. It's even more surprising to find a sphinx sitting in the middle of it. The librarian tells you that you could end the party if you could somehow make it so that Cascading Springs Cottage was no longer Cascading Springs Cottage. Then Lord Arden's deal with the satyrs would no longer apply.
You can pick whichever one you want, makes no difference. This is the room that requires you to have a key.
Water gushes up from the ground in one corner of the room, forming a large pool. This must be the cascading spring the house is named after. This large barrel is marked Flashboom Powder in large letters. In even larger letters below are the words, "Keep away from open flame." Towering weeds spring up the instant you cast the magic seeds on the ground. The twisting brambles suck up every drop of water nearby, leaving Cascading Springs dry as a bone.
I'm going through this hallway just to loop back to the beginning. But I didn't want to fight it, go the other direction. Anyways, here we're back to the start, and we've already talked to all of the members of the house. All we need to do now is to distract the satyr so I can change the sign.
The careless satyr swings his torch too close to the powder keg, which explodes in a shower of sparks. The partygoers turn to gawk at the spectacle.
Here he's looking away.
It's a simple task to remove the sign.
Now I can tell him to get
Satyrs are
lost.
still distracted by the recent fireworks. You deftly replace the cottage sign with the sign from the library. Seething with anger, the master of the Revels reluctantly agrees to leave.
A deal's a deal, that's true.
The Revels have finally ended, and not in the way the satyrs expected.
Anyway, that's going to be it for this quest. As I promised before, I'm going to be showing now a clip of the Displacer Beast, and I'll explain a little bit more on how you make the decision which option you want to pick up. Here we are at the intersection. I haven't crossed the trigger line yet. There's the music room where the Minstrel is, and the left is where the Displacer Beast is, and if I cross these two lines, it will trigger if I get close to him. As you can see, it triggered the Displacer Beast. Now it triggered it already here because I haven't talked to any of the guests yet. If I were to talk to one of the guests, it would trigger only when I cross the line closer to the door. This is what the room looks like when you can't do this optional anymore. When it comes to XP, you will get the same amount if you fight the Displacer Beast or if you fight the Troll. And when it comes to getting the most XP, it's if you go through the Minstrel optional and talk your way out of it. It means if you succeed in one of your skill checks, the Haggle or Intimidate or Perform, I think you get a total of 20% XP. And if you do one of these two, that means either fight the Troll or do the Displacer Beast, you'll get 15% XP and you'll get a chest. So kind of balances out. Pick whatever you want. As soon as you step into the quest, the option to talk to all the house members will pop up. And if you decide to go for the Displacer Beast, you won't be able to complete that option. That's why me personally, I prefer to do the one with the Minstrel. Here you can see when I finish the quest with taking the Displacer Beast out, you'll see that the option that I get at the end is still left. I still can talk to one of the house members, and that's an objective that I can no longer complete because it despawns as soon as you activate the Displacer Beast. Anyway, so pick whichever you want. Anyways, if you've benefited from this guide or if you just enjoyed this walkthrough, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much for everybody who's watching this video, and I'll see you in a different one. Bye.